Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the kitchen making a classic summer dish, and today's dish is going to be a strawberry shortcake. Just another cool, refreshing summer classic. So sit back, hit that subscribe button, enjoy the video. Alright guys, as you can see, we got a lot of small amounts of ingredients on the counter today. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide this into three main categories. One category being the cake for the shortbread, which is going to be composed of the 2 cups of flour, followed by half a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar is what we got in this bowl here. We're going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and we have the zest of 1 lemon that's already in the bowl. We're going to mix all those things together and whisk 1.5 cups of heavy cream into that. And as you can see here, we already have our oven set on about 400 degrees. We're going to bake that off for about 18 to 20 minutes. While that's going on, we have the strawberries here, and as you can see, we've just kind of cut them down a little bit and taken the white part out of the middle because we don't really need that. That's not where most of the good flavor is. This is about a little over a pound of strawberries, and to that, we're going to add in, we have about 5 tablespoons of sugar here mixed with about 3 tablespoons of vodka. We're going to mix that together and add in the juice from the lemon that we zested for the cake. Once we've done that, we've got about another 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream over here, and we're going to add in about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar and whisk that with just a little bit of lemon zest to make the whipped cream to go on top. So here we go, let's get started. Alright, here we go. The lemon zest, 2 cups of flour, the salt, sugar. We're going to put that in with the leaveners, the baking soda and powder. And I'm just going to take a whisk here and mix all of these things together very well. Just that way we're incorporating at the same time and smooth. We'll set that aside. And I'm going to get the cream in here. And kind of work this together. And then we have this pan here. It's an 8x8 pan, and it's simply been greased and floured. And I'm going to just take it and press it into the pan, somewhat even. All right, so as you can see here, it's patted out pretty even. It's not perfect, but it's close. And we're going to go ahead and go straight into the oven here. 400 degrees, and we're going to check on it in 18 minutes. Alright, now that that's in the oven, we got just a little bit of free time. So we're going to come over here, and I'm going to cut the lemon in half so that we can take the juice from it and put it in with our vodka and sugar mixture that we talked about a second ago. And that's just going to give our strawberries that we're going to macerate just a little bit of extra flavor, because I like strawberry, but nothing goes better with strawberry than lemon in my opinion. So I'm actually not even going to do all the strawberries, just about 2/3 of them, and we're going to keep the rest of the strawberries and mix them in fresh at the end whenever we're finished. So I'm just coating them here and tossing it all back together so that they get nice and soaked into the mixture. And we're just going to stick it right in the refrigerator and come back to it. Alright guys, we're back here, and as you can see, it's been about 18 to 20 minutes. I checked it at 18 minutes. It's actually been about 19 minutes. And as you can see, the shortcake has risen and has started to get golden brown. It's nice and firm, but not like super hard. So it feels like bread, so it's done. Good to go, and we're gonna let it cool off and we're gonna come back and visit it. Alright guys, so we're back. And as you can see here, we turned the shortcake out of the pan. It's still a little bit warm here, but we're cooling down. And we have in the bowl here 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and I decided to put the zest of 1 lemon in there as well. Why not? And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and add about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream to this. And we're going to take a whisk, and it's important to note that we have a fine whisk. If you have one of the whisks that has the big thick pieces on it that are further apart and it's really stiff, you won't have as much luck getting the cream to lift, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the fine one and whisk it together and try to get as much air into it as possible. So here we go, we're going to whisk this together and try to get it to lighten up, and then we'll get right back to you. Alright, now that, as you can see, we've achieved nice stiff whipped cream, I'm going to put just a dash, about a teaspoon of the mentioned vanilla extract in there, and just kind of fold it together a little bit just to incorporate it. And then we are ready to assemble. So let's make the fun part. Alright guys, so I went ahead and grabbed the fresh strawberries, the macerated strawberries, and as you can see, a lot of the liquids came out. Now the vodka sugar mixture is actually pink and got a nice richness to it. If you taste it, it tastes just almost like strawberry syrup with just a little bit of a touch of alcohol to it. So what we're going to do here to get started is I'm just going to cut the entire shortcake in half, and that's going to give us 2 layers for the shortcake, which makes it a little bit more fun, gives you some goodies in the middle there. And we're going to cut all the way across, and now that it's in 2 layers, what we can do is we're going to go and just grab a plate here and cut this into smaller sections because we don't want it huge. We're going to get about 9 pieces out of this from the 8x8 pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down with the first layer here and just a touch of whipped cream on there. And this part you don't have to make pretty at all. You literally can just throw it on there, because we're going to come right behind that and we're going to put a few strawberries that have been macerated on there, and a few strawberries that are fresh. And then we're going to cover it with the top layer. And again, we're going to put just a little bit more whipped cream on there, just right on top. A couple of more macerated strawberries. A little bit more fresh strawberry. And then I'm just going to take the juice from the strawberry, sugar, and vodka mixture and mix it together there and go right over the top. And there you go.